Good morning, my loves. It is Disneyland's birthday, and I am celebrating already because I get to walk through this magical thing. Wow, look how pretty it is. It's so official, my goodness. Like, that is official. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna put this away so I can be like super official as I go through my first official action, because this is exciting. Oh my goodness. All right, so it's Disneyland's birthday. We're walking straight into DCA because the line is crazy over there. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you, you too. Oh my God. Every gate was packed. Look, y'all. Disneyland's not going anywhere. It'll be there in like 10 minutes, which is why we're just gonna come walk over here because it's not even rope drop yet. And that's just insane. And I don't work for somebody anymore, so I can do whatever I want. So we're gonna walk into here and enjoy like 20 minutes until that calms down. Like, look at it.
Well, welcome. Thanks for being here. So happy to have you here.
Officer Blue, I have a crime to report.
Uh-oh.
There's like 800 people outside of Disneyland right now.
I saw that.
And
happening?
I'm offended that nobody's over here.
I know.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what? Let them have their birthday bash.
You know what? It's our unbirthday.
Yeah, it's our unbirthday today over
Like,
here.
it's not gonna be there in 10 minutes, right?
Exactly. I'm gonna go.
So now I get to say good morning to you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little aged when I go over there.
You know what? Exactly, like a fine wine.
Yes.
I love it. See, that's why I had to come report the crime to you.
Yeah.
Because I know you would understand.
I'm gonna stand here and watch all those.
Yeah, could you keep an eye on that chaos for me, please?
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't get bigger.
Look at that. Like,
Look at that. Can I?
this
Oh my
place
God.
out our gates, and then they're just.
You're like, go home, and then I'll just come back.
Maybe they're all getting a special birthday button or something.
Yeah, well, and I'm on special Buena Vista Street, so.
Very special.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, keep an eye for me, officer.
Okay.
I appreciate your hard work.
I will not let them in.
Don't let them,
No,
please,
because
for
now
the
they
love,
decided it's birthday.
for the love of all magic, don't let them in. They probably do.
Do you know? Are they?
Did you make a birthday cake?
I don't.
So there's nothing even over there.
Well,
Would you make us a birthday cake?
I don't cook very well,
Oh.
but I will if you like.
Can we make cupcakes?
If you like to, you're more than
Yeah, because you know what? They're just
We're gonna have
their birthday celebration. I think so too.
Right?
I think so too.
We'll have unbirthday cake.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yes, a pie.
All right, let's have a pie.
I'm gonna go find some pie.
Just say let's have pie.
No, I like that. Yeah, let's have pie.
Then you're not celebrating your unbirthday.
That's not true. Here's some pie. Happy unbirthday.
Now it's an unbirthday.
Now,
You're making things fun.
yeah, now I'm just confused and hungry.
You know who cooks a great pie? Down at the shop.
Of course. I hope all of that came out right now. I really, really, really do, because that was really cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Disney California Adventure. For your enjoyment, the park will be opening at 8 a.m. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy your day with us here at the Disneyland Resort.
Well, DCA Resort, but that's okay. That was it? Oh, I forgot. I forgot how... That's mean. I shouldn't be mean. That was funny. Anyways, we're just wandering around DCA right now. Honestly, because I have time to kill. Because life is too short, so if you have time to kill and you could go to DCA, why wouldn't you? And because it's Disneyland's birthday, but the line over there was hectic, and we're not about that life. So I will update you a bit as I'm walking. Okay, so I feel like it's been like a few weeks, maybe month-ish, since I've updated you guys. We all got really sick at the house. Bruce got really sick. It was really scary. Literally, the doctors that we were taking him to were awful, and they were acting like he was gonna die, but they were acting like he was gonna die. And A, they didn't know why, and B, they weren't like trying to like, we're gonna do whatever we can to save him. So we took Bruce away from them, and my girlfriend found us a veterinarian VCA hospital. And luckily, they treated him much better. So that was good. He ended up having 2 foreign bodies in his little insides, and they were like in 2 different parts of him. So multiple things got cut open. And he's got a huge scar down his belly. Now he matches his mama because I've got a huge scar down my belly. $6,000 later, my dog is okay. We're not financially, but you know what? That's my baby, and we would die for him, so you make things happen, right? As we brought him back home, wow, that came out of nowhere. Is that gonna interrupt me now? So confused.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in 1923.
Wow, I don't care. I'm talking to the Romey homies.
His dreams.
Oh my god. Wow, okay. That was strange. I feel like I've never heard this recording before in my entire Disneyland career. So, what is wrong with me? Anyways, okay, so Bruce is home, right? Bruce is home. We're recovering. Recovery is hard on the little puppers, especially my needy child. Oh my god, with this music. Oh my goodness. Okay, so recovering is not that easy, especially for my little puppers, especially for how much he went through. His little stomach was so like raw and red from just being stretched and yanked and all that stuff. So recovery was tough. I am not the same human body that I have become accustomed to living my life as. Now let me explain that a bit, because I know that's like, what the fuck did you just say, Sarah? Okay, I've been through a lot of trauma in my life. A lot of trauma. And I'm talking about like people who know me and who know what I've been through. They trip out on how much I've been through. My therapist is constantly like in disbelief of how much my life just piles on me. She's in disbelief because you would think I would have given up by now. A lot of people, once they start to hear like everything I've been through and still go through, I get that a lot. Like, wow, I honestly would have given up if I were you. And that means give up in a lot of ways. I would have given up on life. I would have given up on being such a good person. I would have given up trying to give a shit. But look at y'all. Like, as far as I am concerned, that is too beautiful for me to go and off myself because my life was hard. Because if I killed myself, then I can't stand here. And I would rather be able to stand here and enjoy that view for 10 minutes of my life than not. And that's hard, and it takes a lot of antidepressants, therapy, a lot of self-care and self-projecting and self-awareness. But I'd rather be out here. Life is scary, and it's hard, and it can be really, really tough, but damn is it beautiful. And you know what? I do some pretty cool shit in my life. I really have been blessed with the heart and soul and hardworking gene inside of me, and because of those things, and because I stick true to my roots, a lot of opportunities are able to come my way, and I'm able to embrace those opportunities happily and thoroughly because I feel like I have earned those opportunities in my life. And I'm saying all this stuff because I have to remember these things sometimes, and I hold myself accountable, but not always, and so sometimes I have you guys or the homies to hold me accountable. And I'm not the same person that I've always been used to being, and because of that, sometimes the good moments feel and might technically be rare, more rare in between than the good moments, and that gets really hard. That gets really, 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 really hard for me. I've always been very brave. I've always been very, oh well, that's life, shit happens. I've learned as an empath, I'm like a really true empath, and I've learned that as an empath, we have tendencies to, like, our life motto is like, well, it could be worse. Other people have it worse. I don't have it that bad. And apparently that's not the healthiest thing to do all the time. It's okay to have those thoughts at times, but apparently it's not the healthiest to live that way, because you almost downplay your own trauma. And I shouldn't downplay my trauma, because I got a lot. And again, I'm rambling about all of this because when really stressful stuff happens now, I have a tendency to just power through it. And because of my body physically not being able to handle this stuff anymore, just all together, I start to fall apart. My stress starts to catch up to me and I fall apart. And my therapist and I have been able to describe it as a flare-up. So basically, I'm trucking along, life shits, life shits, life shits, life shits. I'm carrying all the shit with me, simultaneously taking care of everything else that I'm used to taking care of, because I take care of a lot of things. Simultaneously trying to, like, always work on myself and be a better person and not die of depression and anxiety. And as I'm carrying all that shit, I'm not realizing that I'm not stopping to take breaths or feed myself or drink water. I'm living off of iced coffees and, you know, power bars. And I am not 18. Alas, I am only 29, but I'm not the same. And it's different now, and I can't just hop up and keep going, and I'm having to learn the really hard way that it catches up with me, and it catches up with me sick. if I'm not properly assessing things along the way. So, Bruce got really sick, thought he was gonna die. 6 grand later, trying to recover with him at home. And then my flare up. Shit hit the fan, and I was in the emergency room 6 or 7 times in a span of like a week and a half. So that was fun. I was in the emergency room so consistently. One of my like double days, I had to Uber into the emergency room, and the nurse that was still up front recognized me from the night shift before, and she was like, "Sarah!" as I walked through the, as I was wheeled through the door. I didn't even walk through the door. I was wheeled in a wheelchair through the door by like the nurse attendant, ER attendant, whatever. And the chick at the front was like, "Sarah, you're back!" Like, I want Starbucks to know me by name when I walk through the door, not the fucking emergency room, okay? Yeah, that was pretty awful. When I go, they try to ask me a ton of questions and they try to help me, but look, I have had health problems for a long time. I got a lot of doctors on staff. I have files and years of history and surgeries and tests, and everything we run, everything comes back and I'm perfect. That's what they say. You look perfect. Your test results came back and they're perfect. Or my favorite is when they're looking for something in a test and then the test results come back and they're unremarkable. So for those that are always asking like, hey, what, you know, so what's wrong? That's a loaded question. That is a really loaded question. And what is wrong is our country's medical system is shit. That's what's wrong. I don't get taken seriously enough. I get brushed off. I get swept under the rug under these like common things, but it's not these things, because then we end up ruling them out. But then the next time I'm in the ER, it's just, and also because it's nausea and vomiting and pain, a lot of it. And so because there's so much vomiting and nausea, I can't even tell you how many times I've been asked, is there any chance that you're pregnant? And I say no. And then they'll go, well, we'll have to test anyways, which I understand, but then why are you even asking? Like, the frustrations, you guys, I could go on, but I'm not going to, because that's not what we need to dwell on. But it was rough. It was as rough as this sun is blinding. We're gonna go up here. It was rough. It was really, 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 really rough. I honestly was starting to give up. Like, I was starting to like, okay, no, for sure, I'm over this. This is too much. But luckily I have a really good aunt, and Christian was very supportive throughout this whole thing. So I was just, I knew I couldn't give up, and I knew that this has been going on too long, so I need some answers. So my aunt and I are putting together like files and folders and information and we're typing up all this stuff so that hopefully I can continue to go see doctors like my primary and other mental health physicians and routes. And I'm very sure that a lot of this is psych related, and so I want to keep exploring those options, because when I've explored them before, they really, really, really helped. and I just can't handle this, y'all. I can't do this. Like, I can, but sometimes I can't. And sometimes I need help, and I'm not afraid to ask for that help at this point. And I'm not afraid for many reasons, but mostly it's because I know I need it. So, I don't want to be sick anymore. I'm so sick of IVs in my arm and random doctors asking me questions that don't understand me, and diagnoses being like thrown at me when I'm like, that's not what's going on, or me trying to explain that it's psyche related, and then I get brushed. I literally had a doctor look at me and say, people don't just come to the hospital for stress. That's not a thing. What? People die from stress. What are you talking about? Like, one of the #1 killers is stress. So what? Like, what? Like, nah, I am here for stress, and I need you to listen to me, and I need help. We all need help. So I'm looking for that help, and I'm gonna continue to keep you guys posted on what I learn about stress management and, you know, not having these flare-ups happen every time my life is falling apart, because my life falls apart a lot. And I'm not trying to say that to be like, wah, wah, woe is me. That's dead. That's dead ass. It's rough out here. So that was our update and our walk around DCA. I believe that it's getting close to about 8:30. So I'm gonna start to make my way back towards the front and see if those crowds have dissipated yet. And if not, we might just spend our entire morning here because we really only have a little bit of time. And yeah, we're still at Disneyland proper, right? So we're still celebrating.